Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as Japan. We are going pretty well. USSR is no more. It has been divided up, capitulated, pieced out, and this is all land that we actually own here, which is great because it means no unrest over there. We still are getting some resistance over in the south over here. Well, probably actually, well, I guess all of this, literally, because this is all land we have taken, but we haven't actually pieced out. We do have pretty good control over the Pacific. We are pushing in against Canada and the US. We are at war with the Allies. It is worth noting, because apparently I hadn't noticed this a couple episodes ago. We are in our own faction. It's been really long since we actually played this game. We are in our own faction. We're not in the Axis, although we do have basically a sort of a general sort of relaxed status with the Axis. We have been working together, but to our own individual ends, so we don't get tied up in the same wars most of the time, although now we are really in the same wars. So in between episodes, what I've done here is I went and issued a lot of commands to move my troops around. I changed my construction queues a little bit. Basically, I'm going to try to establish some ports and things up here, plus send a few troops over in the north. This sort of Russian front over here is basically a garrison unit for this area, and also to hold the front line against the German Reich. Not that we're going to do that with a very numerous amount of things. I'm fabricating some planes in Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Oman over here, and try to punch through there, which I think would be quite nice for us. You are part of the Axis, which actually will make leaping across here a little bit difficult. But we're probably going to go for this whole peninsula over here. I'm sure these guys are all going to join the Allies as soon as we declare war, but that's fine. We can put up with that. So we're going to advance the speed a wee bit. I did go and disband a lot of my air wings to be able to reorganize them, but then I went and I still have some naval bombardment going around in sort of this general area here, because there's still the occasional naval combat, as you can see there. There we go, we're speaking out against Oman. And then, of course, we do still have some fleets there. I did set up a naval invasion of Panama, so we'll see if we can't get that taken care of. And over here, we still have plenty of troops that are being ferried over to this front, including I liberated as many Russian Empire, right, which is probably a puppet of Germany. I don't even know where the Russian Empire is. Is that you? Look at you, you're adorable. And yeah, you are part of the Axis, so sure, I will put up a non-aggression pact over there. Insufficient resources, some of this is being shuffled around. Looks like we do actually need aluminum after all, which is kind of a little surprising to me. So we can go ahead and import it from Germany. That's probably going to be okay. Steel as well, because it looks like we have a surplus of absolutely everything. Here we do. Oh, Moto's Oman again. We're fabricating some stuff. We have a slight surplus of oil. Sure, we'll go with more non-aggression packs here for now. We can always break them later. Oh, and looks like we are pushing and defending quite well against the USSR over here. We do, of course, have lots of attacks, and yeah, still lots of troops being moved to the front over here as much as possible. What's this port? Level 4, so hopefully we're getting a good amount of goods. There's not as much attrition over here. If we do take a look at our supply map mode, things are mostly being restricted from the naval base. So I'll go ahead and ask for another level built up there. I did dequeue some of the naval bases over here because I do tend to just shift click them to like queue up infinity. We are capped on army experience. I'm not going to be spending it on revisiting or revising our tank designs right now because we're not, well, I mean, I guess I could. We still technically use some light tanks, but I'm going to be pulling back from that and switching over to medium tanks relatively soon. Let's see if we can't get a little surround over here. Probably not. They'll probably just retreat before then, but you never know. And it's kind of nice when it does happen. We'd also have someone run down the coast here, which wouldn't be bad, especially if it's someone more mobile. Tell you what, your job is just going to be to run down the coast as much as possible and see what you can take. Most likely you get cut off and killed, but you know, your deeds will be remembered. We'll be very proud of you. We got another airfield over here. Is that one we have? It looks like it. That's quite nice. So let's go ahead and get, I don't know, fighter wing and close air support. Here, let's just use all of you. These are not necessarily optimal numbers, but it's going to be fine. Ba 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 ba. Excellent. It should continue to help with our war efforts. All right, that's making that move. It could happen. Could happen. If we can get a few of these guys cut off and actually 100% bob, that would be really, really handy. All right, Middle East. Yeah, you guys are still mostly just moving aggressively. The Canadian Invasion Force. Australian garrison, that's fine. Iran, you're holding that. Oh, we've got a bunch of dudes who aren't doing anything. So I'm going to get you to join Group Gold here. Obviously, we'll have to revisit a few of your assignments because you're going to be overloaded here. But we don't really need the garrisons to be part of that attack. Do that. We'll have to move one more after that, but that's okay. Let's trim down one of the cavalry. So there we go. So Group Gold has been told to garrison over here, but they're actually going to be one of the primary attackers of either Oman or Saudi Arabia, whichever one we decide to declare on war on first. So what I'll probably do is actually establish a front line, but the front line is going to vary here depending on who we actually attack against. I don't know. Let's assume we're going to do Saudi Arabia first. So I'll set you up there, and your goal will be to, you probably won't even need to go this far, but will be to do something like that. Tell you what, I'll set you to active so the second the war declares, you'll go. That's going to be fine. I mean, mostly I think we need Riyadh for Saudi Arabia. Oh, there's a victory point there and there. So those could be things. None of the north? Not as far as I can tell. Alright, so that battle plan's going to be fine. I might have to swing one person up there just to explicitly tick it, but we're going to be good for now. Bit of a supply shortage. Now, some of those will probably reshuffle, but it's probably a good idea, say, if we can't squeeze out one extra level of a naval base and, ooh, a couple of levels of infrastructure. I'm going to make that a priority for us. Yeah. Most likely the supplies will be okay in a moment after everything readjusts, but actually I'm not entirely sure. We also will get some supplies in through Abu Dhabi over here once everything gets combined up, which should happen pretty damn fast. Okay, no weird naval invasions. Yeah, actually. Oh, this naval combat. And quite a bit of it. What is this? Okay, no, there's some subs. I've seen big numbers, but they're my big numbers, so that's perfectly fine. Navy experience, we are going to need to spend that soon. I don't know if we got another naval design coming in anytime soon. I don't think so. And I don't even know if we're building any. Well, we must be building some naval ships because, of course, these are on different sets. We're building a lot of convoys, which was good. We actually had a massive convoy shortage for a while. I'm going to keep going with the 2 production lines of convoys. I think that's going to be okay. We're producing an infinitude of submarines. And then the super heavies here. I'm going to get you to finish after this one. We'll get more people over to the super heavies, which is going to be good. And then what are we looking at for destroyers, light cruisers 2, carrier 3. I'd like some more carriers. Mata Ice. I don't suppose we can keep buffing you. We do have a lot of points here. More armor. What are we at? Oh, that's overboard. Reliability is good. I mean, I don't know if the speed matters. Mostly going to be mattering on, because of all the ships that need speed, I think this is one of the lesser ones. So there we go. We'll get a bit more armor on you. That's going to be okay. Lots of deck space. And, oh, it's renaming you. Don't do that. The Mark III. So we're going to queue up production of that. Just build me one. You'll be using a little bit of overflow, which is going to be okay. Alright, I'm okay with that. Siamese wants to send 54 divisions! Yeah! Interesting. What are we going to do with 54 new divisions? Are we going to send you to the United States? Or... no, yeah, United States. Oops. Hold shift. Still wish there was a button here to easily grab everyone who's not already in an army. So there's a lot of greens. I mean, they're really not going to be good. I'm going to want to make sure they're in a separate area for my own troops, because most likely they're just going to soak up a whole lot of supply. But what I'll think I'll do is I'll use these guys to go across the southern U.S. My current U.S. front, I'm going to split in half. Or I'll get my current U.S. front to only cover, say, the northern U.S. and then push in through there. And these guys, so I'm going to make a new army. Canadian Invasion Force, good. We need another field marshal. Congratulations. You're being promoted to Field Marshal. And these guys are going to explicitly be told to just show up somewhere over here. And, I mean, it's not really going to go, but I'm going to give them a front line so that technically they can start getting a planning bonus once they arrive. But I'm not really going to do a whole lot with them. You go and clear that up, because otherwise things will look crappy and crummy and I won't be happy. Okay, justification for a bunch of places have just finished up. So we're going to go and trigger that, because most likely I could start on this right away. We're going to declare war immediately. Well, sure, we'll call in our allies. I mean, most likely these guys will join the allies, and therefore they'll just be added to the parent war anyway. So we're going to start with Saudi Arabia here. Well, manpower. Well, we have 1.6 million. There we go. That's going to be fine. But this should be a pretty good push. You're set on aggro mode, which is going to be fine, because you should just be able to roll across this pretty easily. And the sooner you do it, the less attrition we'll have to worry about. And we do have some extra people moving around in this general area. Where are you guys going? You're going to commit suicide, apparently. We don't have the naval bases set up here, so that's kind of legitimate. And the same thing's going to happen here. Okay. I'm going to cancel your orders. I'm going to tell you to garrison this area. And you as well. I'm going to cancel your orders. Oh, also I have to tell you to halt. 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 And you're going to garrison this area. This area here. Because we do have a naval base being built here, and then they'll be able to ferry across. And actually, we'll have to get some ships deployed out here, too. In fact, my ships that are being built, I'm going to tell you... Oh, can I not pick that? Because it's not a core base? Ooh, really? Actually, it's not a shipyard. That's probably part of it. It's not a dockyard. We don't have any building slots, but we do over here. So maybe once there's a dockyard, I'll be able to put out ships over here. Tell you what, I'll go and queue up 3, what the hell. Because we're going to need a little bit more of a navy, and I don't know if it matters, but... no, you only have 3 building slots. We may want to use it for different things. But do build 1 as a priority, because then maybe we'll be able to deploy ships there. I'm not sure. It might be a core territory thing. I've never tried to deploy ships so far forward, so I don't know. Anyway, over here everything is going fine, which is not really a surprise. They're complaining. The yellow exclamation marks is talking about they're not going to have enough supply to move forward. So we have hooked up with the supply from this naval base, but it's really low level. Still, I suspect we can keep pushing forward as is. We've actually got tanks in this front, which is nice. You are sending me out 20. Wow, crazy stuff. How's the invasion over here? We still have lots of troops that are still moving over to North America here. And yet we are progressing as is, which is nice. You have taken San Francisco, so I'm going to get you to keep moving downwards here. LA, all the way down here. Now, Mexico, you are not in the war at all. Good. Hopefully we can keep it that way. So last time we had to start invading Mexico, it was kind of annoying to have to throw that extra level of stuff in here. Group Teal. What's your war goal? Down there. So we can actually give you a proper offensive line now. Well, you had a proper offensive line. We're going to give you a new one, which is going to be to focus pushing across the north of the U.S. Because Group Purple, this purple group, is the new expeditionary force. They're going to push across the south. All right, groovy. You guys are moving up there, which is nice. Meanwhile, over here, everything finally got polished off. So these guys are going to shuffle over as well. So lots of people slowly moving, and that's going to be good. And supply seems to be... No, you are getting attrition. Although not here. Here, yes. Once you get past the Rockies, well, The infrastructure here is still going to be miserable, so pushing towards the east is still going to hurt. I mean, I suppose I could open up a front on the eastern side itself, but we really don't have position. We don't have power over the Atlantic, so that's really going to be double plus and good. Now, one of the interesting things here is we are going to be taking a lot of these ports, which is going to cut down on the ability for the U.S. to potentially field a fleet over here. The fall of Los Angeles. Oops. Cancel. I think I misclicked on something there. There you go. That's for the Panama Canal, which is going to be great. And these guys, again, we're in that situation. Or no, did you finish your move? How come I can't see your stuff? Yeah, see, it's been another one of these where they've just been preparing for 100 years and not actually going, and I can't figure out why that happened. Some of these orders may have been from the previous save, and that was on version 1.0, and a couple of things may have changed and broken in between. So it would not surprise me if there was something like that going on. All right, good push most everywhere. Not so much here, but that's okay. Again, these are all mountains, so there's going to be some difficulty pushing. But if we can come through the south, that's going to be very, very wonderful. Why don't you go ahead and just do a ninja run over here. I mean, I know Teal's not really supposed to be in the south, but looks like we can grab probably a few easy targets. I mean, I can bulge out more here, too, and potentially wrap around. But without a whole lot of tanks, it's hard to do those encirclement maneuvers. And I mean, it's my own damn fault for not having tanks, but it's okay. Oh, For the Emperor effect went away. That was my +5 infantry organization. We put it to good use, I'd say. Helped us take Soviet Union. Helped us push a fair bit into the U.S. Lots of people shuffling around. Just hope I don't lose my war goal against Oman here. In fact, you guys, I'm going to put you into a new army group since you have, you're mostly supply limited. We're going to put you on the border with Oman. And is there just one victory condition? Looks like that is true. There we go, we're going to do that. Right, and you're the defensive group over here. Just give you a different color. You'll be set to aggro mode. I'm just going to let some of you reach the front here. You're not doing strategic redeployment, so your organization is actually fine. But we'll let you get technically in position. All right, good enough. Declare war. I didn't have to call in allies, because they're just going to join the allies, and it'll all get merged into one war. But that should be really fast. Okay, good. You, why don't you do some of that? Getting that airfield will be quite nice. So we haven't captured one over here, right? So yeah, there's really not anything going on air-wise. We did combine there. That's nice. Why don't you make a run over to Medina? Because that, combined with this, will be the end of it. So why don't you... I know, you don't actually move quickly through the mountains. But there's no one there, so I'm going to try to get the tank to make a beeline for that victory point. If we can get these guys to capitulate, it'll clean things up a little sooner. We have free military factories. Oh, Oman capitulated. Not really surprised that that went really fast. So that means this group here, I'm going to get you to... what are we going to do? Yeah, okay. This is good. So you have a front here now. And I'll get you to push through here. Because this is all UK territory. So they can make that push. What is this? Yemen. Yemen, which is independent. All right. So, free military factories. We haven't seen that in a while. And some free dockyards. Crazy. Although we don't really have free dockyards. They are mostly just smashed up. But we're going to start a destroyer queue. Like that. And I'll leave you on auto for now. We do have a lot of ships that are probably just sitting idle. But I'm going to hold off for now. Deploy them later. Because we've been building submarines for a while. And I do want to put them around the UK. But I want to see if we can get a couple more of these bases somewhere set up. It's probably going to be bad for us, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. Oh, and the military factories. Right. So, we're using a little bit of towed anti-air, technically, which kind of surprised me. I don't think I'm going to build up any more of that. Infantry equipment 3. Oh, that's needed. We probably still need more than that for actual upgrades. I haven't unlocked mechanized yet, which is too bad, because that's actually what I would like to change over to. I should really stop with the light tank production. We have a lot in the bank. naval bombers. We're not producing any. We've got carrier naval bombers, but that's it. We're going to need a lot of naval bombers to fight the Brits. And actually, we're going to upgrade you. Give you a lot of engine is particularly good. And of course, this. And why can't I? Oh, because I actually don't have any experience. Never mind. Forgot that's the ground experience. Well, just start on some naval bombers. That's going to be okay. Available war goal. That is against Baghdad in Iraq. Yes, that is very true. And it will expire soon. What I think I might do is grab a handful of these guys. But not the garrison ones. Make a new group. Give you a general. Put you on this front. And just tell you to try to grab Baghdad when you can. Get in position and we'll declare war. Alright. Pull him back there. Just push forward. I know the attrition, the desert sucks, but you can do it. I have faith. And you guys are going to shuffle around. You are having some problems with supply, but you're going to move forward. So yeah, we're really just supply limited here, which is the only real significant problem. Oh, Syrian national state. This used to be... that's interesting. This used to be Italian. Italy may have handed over control, or UK may have pushed in, and then the Syrians pushed back, and then it just flipped the borders that way. Something like that is certainly possible. Looks like we are going to potentially push through here. We do have an airbase finally, so let's go ahead and get just some fighters going on here. Let's go for a wing of, I don't know, 500 is fine. Middle East, air superiority, and go and do that. Just to get a little bit of a bonus, which is going to be handy. Got that going on. Let's go ahead and justify a war goal against Yemen. Because obviously we want all this territory. It's just going to make it easier to manage. I mean, it's a convenience thing. So, we've got until, I think, November the 3rd before this expires, don't we? Yes, we do. Good. So we should be able to do this perfectly fine. I mean, I could just refabricate it. A little bit of political power doesn't really hurt us right now because we have basically unlimited amounts on that 1171. I should really take a look at my advisors again and see if there's a reshuffling that would work out for us. I'll try to give them a little bit more time to get there. Meanwhile, everything here is going fine. Ooh, there we go. That's been resolved. So this green group, which has no more orders. Your orders will be to wrap around Yemen. Set an offensive line to just do that. And then I'll tell you to be ready to go whenever we go. All right, let's take a look at North America. Still waiting for a naval invasion of Panama to finish up. Meanwhile, still waiting for the second army to show up, but we are getting there. This cavalry, what am I going to get you to do? We're not really going to do an encirclement here, but let's see what we can do to improve things. We've got another airport over here. Very nice. Let's go and shift over. I should really be splitting the wings up smaller than that, but that's going to be fine. You keep working in the western U.S., because that's still where most of the fighting is happening. We'll revisit you in a second, and let's get another line of close air support. Field hospital research. Lovely. Lots of things finishing up right now. You get in there and provide that. Excellent. Okay. Let's make sure I'm clicking on the right thing here. A little bit anti-tank. I do want to unlock mechanized. It actually would be nice to start a line of that as soon as possible. And we've got the discount, which is going to be good. We want all the higher level special forces too. And I would like to go and keep working through the support because these are nice, just free upgrades. But I do need to start investing over here. Now, I don't think it's going to be relevant for the North American thing, but it's possible that we'll need 1 or 2 divisions of medium tanks to finish the UK, Africa. Saudi Arabia has capitulated. Really wonderful news. So that means that this group here could say, for example, set up a line down here and to there. Oh, it's the 3rd. Declare war. And everyone will jump in because they'll join the allies. Da 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 da. Okay. You guys are all supposed to be part of that. There we go. So move up there. All right. Meanwhile, Yemen, we don't have the war goal yet. We're just getting in position for it. So you guys are holding that, which is good. A little bit of shuffling there. That's the green group. Actually, let me reset you, because you can draw a better border now. There, and actually you could probably use some extra muscle. Well, we'll finish up Baghdad first. Or, you know what? Let's grab a couple of these. Congratulations, you have been moved to Army Group Green. Make your way down there, please. Yemeni sovereignty is a joke. Cannot be allowed to stand. We will take care of you soon. So we're going to push in from a couple of different fronts. Is there a separate air zone here? No, Middle East. So we should still have air superiority over this, and indeed we do. Good. How's our supply? We still need more steel. Let's bring in from our good friends in Germany. Did it actually adjust? Oh, boom. I think it's because our export counts are varying up. Got a surplus of aluminum right now. Let's say, because it should automatically set to the number. Alright, we're looking okay now. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, we're going to have access to more oil, which is good, because that means we can probably export more. We're up to 194 civilian factories. Mate, some of these we probably captured, but not all of them. Oh, we can declare war now? Good, good, good. Let's do that. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, join the Allies. Instantly get crushed. Alright, superiority over here is going to help with the next phase. Oh, there's a little bit of UK territory. Why don't you go and just step on that? Thanks. Meanwhile, the Syrian national state is actually expanding. German Reich, Italy. I mean, they actually aren't having good luck over here yet. I thought maybe they'd be pushing back, but they are not. I want to check over here. I am at war with Norway. We're not contiguous. And Finland and stuff, we've got a border there, so that's fine. Because these guys are in the Allies, which means Germany and Italy's going to be fighting them as well. We still don't have a naval base here, so transferring things over is going to be a pain. We're also getting attritioned, which is, you know, maybe not really ideal. I'm going to tell you to garrison stuff, but I'm going to put you a little further into the middle over here and spread out so that you don't get killed from too much attrition. We lost some subs over there. Okay, not really a huge deal. And yeah, the convoy rating, I'm okay without seeing that. More submarine attack there. So we will get a proper thing around Africa soon. Especially, we're getting a few more forward naval bases, which is really good. Alright, you guys are pushing in everywhere, so that should be fine. Logistics company, finally. Good. And I probably should... Especially since we don't have unlimited manpower, we really should keep going up the field hospital plus logistics one. And speaking of, so we don't have support equipment in surplus here. So I'm not sure that making the change is right quite yet. If I take a look at production over here, I do have support equipment quite high up. I think what I should do is get another line of that building and get you brought up to the top. As we claim more territory. I mean, we're not really building civilian factories anymore, and maybe we are not civilian, military factories, and maybe we should. But we've got a big build queue. But yeah, a little bit more would be nice. And I do have the experience, so let's go ahead and edit the infantry. Well, infantry's capped out already with the anti-air, anti-tank, which isn't actually all that useful, to be honest. Let's see. Anything else I want to change? Oh, Yemen's capitulated. I know that you are a little bit lower, so I'm going to go and get logistics company. Maybe not the field hospital quite so much. But with the infantry over here, I do want... Oh, and your combat width is 24. Wow. Wow, actually, there's shit tons that is wrong with here. You, go away. Tons of stuff is wrong with this setup. Then we're going to throw in our artillery And artillery. There you go. Combat with 20 with 2 hard artilleries over here, which is going to be great. We're going to remove the, I suppose, the anti-tank. Actually, I'm going to remove both. I want the field hospital and logistics hospital. We're going to save that. It's going to cause a pretty serious reshuffling in our troops. And probably cause a pretty serious shortage of things as well. But that's alright. Yeah, towed artillery we don't have. Wow, we really don't have any. But we have a lot of infantry divisions, so that's part of what's going on there. Infiltration bombing. May as well keep finishing this. Ooh, air superiority mission efficiency. Very nice. So, I'm going to keep one of each of these because it's really not a huge problem. Although, maybe I'll move them both to the bottom so they can have broken stuff. And I mostly just don't want the pop-up showing up. I still need infantry equipment level 3. That's going to be fine. We do need more artillery, so I'm going to increase that at some point, clearly. Lots of infantry equipment lines. But that's alright. Okay. So you're done. That's going to go soon. So what do we want to do here? Well, why don't we do with green here? I know you're not Marines, but that doesn't mean we can't still do a naval invasion. Yeah, that's going to be okay. What do we have here? That's a battle plan. Do we actually have a naval force in the Red Sea? We do have a patrol. Oh, quite strong, actually. Oh, I'm going to rebase you to here, although that's only a level 1 base. There we go, level 3, a little bit better. Good. So then I have to go and give you your mission again, which is going to be back to patrol. Here. Here. Maybe just those 2 for now. That's going to be fine. Alright, so good naval presence in this general area, which will help protect, especially in the Red Sea. That's going to be good. This should get wiped out pretty quickly and easily. See if we can't make a run for some of this territory. Yeah, see, it's going to get taken by other people. Be nice to grab the airfields. Whichever way it goes, it's fine. Maybe I should group up my 2 golden armies into one and make a more cohesive battle plan. I don't think it really matters much. Again, everyone's attacking, so clearly we're okay. All right. How's the supply things? Yeah, the steel thing keeps bopping back and forth. Let's just keep in the big import. That's going to be fine. And aluminum as well. If we overkill it by just a scooch, it's not really the end of the world. I did change my production queues as well. That's going to be part of it, but I don't know, not that much. Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead and combine these 2 and cancel your orders because right now you're being a little bit derp. We'll do that. And then again, this. And go. But you know what I'm mostly going to do is just tell everyone to make a run for Baghdad. It's going to be fine. Denmark has capitulated. Denmark hadn't capitulated before? Really? That's interesting and a little bit disturbing. Follow the Panama Canal. Hey, hey! Good job, Marines. Which one is that one? The green ones? Yes. The green Marines. So I'm going to get them to, I think, just stay here. I think that's probably a good idea. So I'm going to give you the garrison area. Just do that. And just hold that for me. Thanks. That's really helpful. Gives us a few options. And more importantly, hurts the U.S. I may not make huge use of the Panama Canal, but stopping the U.S. from being able to do it is huge. Until you guys start executing, because some of you guys have actually reached the south over here, which is going to be nice. This red garrison. Oh, right. That was just a way for me to move things over. So I'm going to get you to do a front line. Yes, I realize that we'll get rid of your garrison attack. That's okay. And you're not actually... There we are. Do that. Offensive line. Something like this. It's fairly narrow, but I think that'll be okay. I could make this one giant army, but I think with a longer line, there'd be a lot more people shuffling back and forth across it, and that would be less good. Meanwhile, this purple group, I'm going to go and delete this offensive line. If I can ever... Hello. There it is. I guess I have to wait for it to highlight. But it looked like I was clicking on it. Maybe I was... So, see, why does it... Why does it draw it from behind sometimes? I don't know. Let's make it a little bit more... There we go. Just got a little confused, I guess, about what angle the battle was going to happen from. So keep pushing across Canada. That's going to be good. I know you don't have your supply equipment at all. We're going to... I'm not sure. We may end up disbanding a bunch of stuff once this part of the war is over. Well, we'll have to garrison a bunch just to stomp on rebellion. We'll see how it goes. So is it 43? Man, we started replaying this this series in, what, like April of 43? I think April of 43. In that time, we saw the fall of the Soviet Union. We've taken half of North America. Gold group over here is complaining that they don't have orders. There we go. So now you've been assigned to that front line properly. But more importantly, just smash the hell out of Baghdad. At which point, that should be the end. That should be the end of Iraq. I realize that just right-clicking like that's not really the strongest way of doing it, but that's okay. So you guys are preparing. Good. We should have naval superiority, which should be excellent. And what I'm going to do, I'm also going to throw... Oh, you've got... No, you don't have fighters. That's the air zone. I'm going to grab a handful of fighters. Say 400 from here to there. Give me some air superiority. Get a combat bonus. Get a little bit of vision. Well, it helps with intel. I think. I might be wrong about that. Really? You haven't fallen? We may just need a couple of turns to process. That might be all. You guys, see if you can't take the airport. Thanks. There we go. I'm pretty sure they don't have any victory points left. So, let's grab a couple of the cavalry. I'm going to move you to the garrison line over here. That's going to be fine. So this golden group... What are we going to do? Well, we're not doing anything with Turkey or Syria or anything like that. I think what we'll do is wait until there's a foothold over here. So I think I'm just going to, for now, tell you to move down here. Realize it's going to be really bad for the supply. But hopefully by the time you get there, the Green Army will have made their way across. There we go. Mechanized equipment. I do want to keep going up this tree. I wonder, actually, I should make a priority to unlock paratroopers. I say that. Where the hell... can we paratroop from and land in the UK? Well, if we grab Norway, then that could be a thing. There are some potentially vulnerable islands over here, depending on the British fleet. But really, once we finish off North America, we can liberate most of our ships to go hang out by the UK. Although, naval bombers are still insanely overpowered, so that might not quite be a strategy that we can employ. They are really overpowered. So you guys are still having some supply problems with your moves here. The Canadian invasion force. Everyone is attempting to push forward, and it is happening. It's January, you know? It's winter. It's winter in Canada. That's not really how you want to do your invasions. That looks like it's pretty good for us in terms of outcome. Still, that is a pretty brutal fight. Wow. Wow. We've got a bit of a base here. Do I have any naval bombers? I've got the carrier ones. Still, that'll do for now. Go ahead and you'll be helping with some bombardment over there, because clearly the Brits want to have a bit of a presence there. Oh, did you get repelled? You got repelled. Okay, so we'll have to plan a slightly different invasion. I mean, I could use an actual marine force, but what I'm going to do is I have to reform you into an army. And again, you're not really Iran, but let's pretend at this point. Give you a general. We're going to instead do a naval invasion from here to here. Lock that in, followed by an offensive line to go there. And hit play on all that. Although this is all British-controlled territory, so we could also plant another one, which I guess I will do. For my golden group over here, I'm going to grab, say, 4 infantry divisions, move you off here, create an invasion from here to here, lock in and do that. And I realize you're not Marines, but I'm actually hoping that we don't actually have to fight there. I could build some radar installations over here, maybe get some more vision, but we're going to be okay. Convoys, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill one of my convoy production lines. Finish the next one, and that'll be that. And night vision. Just a handy little thing. It is 44, so we're going to get the next level of infantry equipment. That's the free upgrade, so you just get a good stat modifier. And we do actually have free dockyards, so destroyers being built, unlimited super heavies. Tell you what, unlimited super heavies, unlimited carriers, unlimited destroyers, 1 line of that, and then we're going to throw in some light cruisers as well. And we probably have a huge navy that's being assembled. It's okay. We're going to take a look at you soon. We're going to revisit all that. I'd still love to be able to deploy some stuff out here. Where's the construction for this area? Right, this one over here. Did I not put you at the top? Oh, right, I can't build it here. It was here, and we've got one. Okay. So now the question is, with my ships, can I deploy you over here? And it looks like the answer is still no. Neither can I deploy you here. So yeah, it is a core territory thing. Alright, so I'll just leave you on auto for now because it's kind of meaningless. Do we have a fleet kicking around doing nothing? Like this one over here, for example. You are, wow, all submarines. Although a giant submarine fleet, maybe. Let's make some new admirals here. You are going to start doing some convoy. Actually, I'm going to rehome you. See, if I try to rehome you to here, you'll probably die along the way. But we're going to give it a try. Know too little about this region. We're new convoy rating here. I mean, there won't be any convoys in the Barents Sea, although maybe from an invasion. So I'm going to deploy that. This is probably going to lead to the death of a lot of submarines, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. We've got some planes over here too. I don't know if I want to do anything with that, but it is there. And yeah, we got a little bit of Japan there. And Germany's like, I must surround Japan. Although they don't have anything across this front, which is kind of funny. I wonder if we just declared war on Germany, if we might be able to rip through all their stuff. But one thing at a time. Let's finish off these pesky allies here. And then we can consider what we want to do about Germany. We'll definitely need tanks for that if we decide to do that, but I may not. Purple. Okay, yeah, you're still joining up that over there. And you still have, so we have these aggressive front lines here, 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 and there. And we are pushing through. Somewhat. Really need to get our proper tanks for this. Would have been really nice. Because I don't think we actually need as many tanks for the UK. Well, that's not entirely true. I will need paratroopers, though. So, you guys are prepping. You guys haven't reached the point yet because you're actually trying to go for there. Let me halt your movement, and then, yeah, I was going to say, you'll probably relocate in that direction, which is going to be fine. Naval combat. We lost 4 destroyers. Killed 9! But still, oh, and there's more combat going on as well. We do have some planes in the area, which is good. What do we not have sufficient of? A little short on steel. Let's up our inputs. Just a scooch. Lost 1 plane, killed 4 destroyers. Alright, good. Keep that naval superiority if we can. We are building a lot of stuff. So over here, well, I guess I shouldn't queue up anything, but I was going to say, if we can't build bases from which we can deploy planes, I should probably consider other things to build. I do have a few coastal forts that I have queued up, especially where I have the actual naval bases. You can see they're done here. One's done here. We're going to get one more because I want to be able to hold that a little bit better. More importantly, though, naval base. This is where? Salakard. Right here. Oh, that wasn't the naval base. This is the naval base. Okay, no, so you are being built. There we go. You're nearly done. Because that's going to make a big difference, because then we can ferry troops over. Because right now, this is all completely wide open. So it'll be really nice once the naval bases get there. And yeah, getting a high-level one will be quite handy, as well as a few more over here, but we'll revisit that later. I do have to put a cut in this video. Thank you very much for watching, folks, and I'll see you guys next time.